I love the names on this team. They have Sixto Sanchez, and they have my favorite name probably in baseball right now, Jazz Chisholm.
Showing emotion in baseball is terrible and should never be in the game.
It's weird how the dynamic works between sports.
But to win a championship, not only do you need great players on the court, but you need good chemistry, which takes time to develop.
Justin Fields is a all-time talent.
Corey Perry will give some veteran presence to the Canadians.
I feel like Luka will take that next step, and if he can get a three ball consistently around 35%, I feel like they could become a contender.
We can make jokes about you not being in the Super Bowl for 20-something years, but...
What's up, everyone? This is Justin Goldman from the Goalie Guild and Lift the Mask, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Austin and Kevin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NHL Opinions of the Week. This is a video I brought up to the man I'm about to introduce, but this has happened at least twice in the playoffs, big moments too, for two series, and the man who's holding back his rant until the recording blinking red button started, Austin.
Yeah, I didn't want to give you a sneak peek, Kevin, because this is just, I don't get it. It's the same how I don't get roughing the passer or even pass interference sometimes in the NFL, or what a catch is in the NFL. But this is the same sort of argument. I don't get it. One of the instances that happened was the Panthers versus the Bruins, where the Bruins were goalie Jeremy Swayman was definitely hit a lot more than what happened in the Stars game. And if one of those was going to be called goaltending interference, it definitely should have been the one in the Bruins game, but it wasn't called. And the Panthers obviously got a massive advantage and ended up winning that game and obviously winning the series. While the Stars had to score twice in overtime just to win the series. I don't understand. Like, if you are, I played hockey for over a decade. When you're playing, when you're taught in front of the net, what Duchesne was doing for the Stars is what you're taught to do. Stay outside the crease, but be as close as possible. If there's any contact, Kevin, this is the rule book. If any contact is made outside of the crease, it's not goaltender interference. You are allowed to that space. Unless you, check him. You can't hit the goalie. That is interference. But if you are just in your position, like Duchesne was, you can make contact with the goalie. If it's outside of the blue paint, the goalie doesn't have rights outside of the crease. That is, the crease is his space. It's his safe haven. It's his home. But outside is everyone else's. And he has no right to the space outside. And when Duchesne initiates contact outside of the blue paint, and then eventually, because Cale Makar hits him into the stick, which was still outside of the blue paint, that is not goaltender interference. It is not. It isn't. And to say it is wrong. And so I just think that they didn't have the guts to end a series like that, but that's a good goal. And so I don't understand it. You can ask me whatever questions you want. I know you want to ask some questions, but I don't understand how that is not a goal. Again, if the Stars had ended up losing that game and losing the series, I would have lost it, because
I would have lost my mind.
That is a goal. That's a goal. That is a goal. 100% that's a goal. That's not even close. That is a goal. 100%. Out of 100 times out of 100, that's a goal. He's not in the paint. He's not, I don't understand. I don't get it.
Yeah, and to me, how I viewed it, I never played hockey, and to me, it's like, if whatever the player does that to the goalie and in the crease is physically hampers him. I watched the Panthers Bennett when Bennett scored after shoving Brian Coyle into Swayman. To me, that interferes. The goalie cannot move because of what is happening. To me, that's goalie interference. So my question for you, if someone shoots a puck and I just tackle the goalie, that would be goalie interference, right?
Yes, because you have to be trying to, if you're in the crease, you have to be playing the puck. That's when it's not. So if the puck is in the crease, if you shoot and there's a rebound in the crease, you're allowed to touch the puck. You're allowed to be in the crease. You just have to be playing the puck. So no, if the puck's in the paint, so when the puck's in the crease, you're allowed to be in the crease. You're not allowed to be in the crease if the puck is not in the crease. It's automatic no goal if you're in the crease while the puck is not in the crease. But puck's in the crease. You're allowed to be in the crease. But no, you cannot just tackle the goalie because you have to be playing the puck. If the puck is in the crease and you're in the crease, you have to be playing the puck. That is. Now, if you interfere with if the goalie jumps into you and you doesn't let you get back, and you don't let the goalie get back to the puck and you hit it in, that's a good goal because the puck was in the crease. The puck was already in the crease. Now you can't go into the goalie. You can't just cross check him. But the goalie doesn't have the right to you don't have to give the goalie the right away. How I'll explain it is a catcher in baseball. So a catcher in baseball, he's not allowed to stand in front of home plate, right? When he does not have the ball, right? But when he does have the ball, he's allowed to sit. He could sit on home plate. So this is if you're the player, you're the goalie. I mean, not the goalie. You're the catcher. When the puck is in the crease, you're like the catcher. You have the ball. You can sit on the net. You can be in the net for all intents and purposes. You have the right to be there and to stop. The goalie can't dive through you because the puck's already in the crease. But if you don't have the puck, if you don't have the ball like the catcher, you can't stop the goalie from making a save. That's not how that works.
Yeah. Very non-realistic. The other one would be if the puck is about to be shot, but it's on the other end of the goal and the goalie's on the other end, and you kind of hold the goalie or do it a little bit before or move him to where
you cannot touch the goalie.
Okay. Got it.
You can't. Okay. You cannot touch the goalie. Not intentionally. If you get pushed into him, you're good. If the goalie goes into you, you're good. As long as you're not in the crease. So if you're outside the crease and the goalie goes into you, like the Duchesne clip, you're good. You're good. That is it's legal. The goalie moved into you outside of the crease. The goalie has no right. No right. The goalie cannot scream for goalie interference. But no, you can't hold or do anything to the goalie. You can't screen the goalie. That's not legal. Again, the only way you could quote unquote screen the goalie is if the puck is in the crease and the goalie for some reason is way off and you go get the puck and shoot it, you're fine because the puck's already in the crease. And when the puck's in the crease, everybody has rights to the crease.
Yeah, and to me, the major thing that bothered me, I wasn't really familiar with it, but I'm like, what Duchesne doesn't really interfere with what.
That's why it's the crease. Yeah. That is the line. They're like, well, how can we like you said? It doesn't seem like it, but how can we create a way to know that he doesn't? And that's the crease. He's outside of the crease, Kevin. If a player is outside of the crease and isn't actively checking the goalie, pushing you can't push the goalie. Even if the goalie's outside the crease, the goalie kind of has a no touch zone on him. But if the goalie touches you, you're fine. Like the Duchesne clip, you're fine. You're fine. And what I'm telling you, I don't understand how that's not a goal. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't necessarily know what Duchesne's supposed to do there. Because that's what you're taught. It's what you're taught to do.
Same thinking. Because Makar also forces him in. So I'm like, what is Duchesne?
Well, the initial contact is made without the Makar contact. I'm thinking of the Mavs court at the moment for some reason with a guitar on it. But the initial contact made with Duchesne, if that Duchesne contact originally was in the crease, it's no goal. Because Duchesne does it by himself. But it's outside the crease, so he's fine. It doesn't matter. The goalie doesn't have the right to the entire rink. I've seen times where the goalie's playing the puck behind the net and a player picks up their stick, steals the puck, and scores. Is that goaltender interference? No, it's not. Because the goalie is playing the puck outside of the crease. You're allowed to pick up his stick and score. That is something you're allowed to do. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter how far you're outside the net. You're outside the net. You're outside the crease, is what I'll say. It doesn't matter how far you're outside the crease. He's outside the crease making contact. That is a good goal. 100 times out of 100. Not 99 out of 100. That is a good goal every time. There's no discussion. I can maybe say in the Panthers instance, it's not 100 times out of 100 that's goalie interference. I definitely think it should have been, but it's not look, it is what it is. It's more of a 50-50 call than the Stars. The Stars one, I don't understand. Yeah. There's no argument that makes sense to me. Because if you're going to argue the initial contact, did Duchesne makes it by himself? Sure, Duchesne makes that contact by himself without being hit by Makar. Yes. But it's outside the crease. And if you're going to tell you, oh, well, later on, they hit, and it maybe on the border of the crease, Makar hits it into him. So that's Makar pushing Duchesne. So either Makar pushes Duchesne, or the contact's made outside the crease. In both of those instances, it's a good goal. In the two instances of the argument, they're both good goals. So I don't understand how it was called off, except that they don't have the guts to end a series like that. Even though it is a good goal. It is a good goal. It's a good goal. That's a good goal. I've watched it back 100 times, Kevin. I don't understand.
Yeah, I kind of went into my brain, I think, broke because I was like, there's no way they lose. Like, they're just going to win because of how bad that call was. They're just going to win. And they did end up winning. I don't know what I would have done if they lost. I just probably would have blanked it. But I wanted to bring it up because these are two instances in two playoff series, 2 second rounds. This isn't just random regular season game. I wanted to bring this up. And I do think, given the situation, not like I don't ask if you think it should be reviewed. I think we're both in agreement it should be reviewed or given more clarification. Do you think the rule gets added or some clarification is added to this rule in the
I don't know what clarification you would give. Everything Duchesne did was legal. I've seen what the report says after the game, and it's just blatantly false. It's like the explanation that Marchment apparently got during the game after Marchment scored a legal goal was that Duchesne's butt was over the line, but Duchesne's butt didn't make contact. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean by that?
A big butt.
Yeah, I don't know what he means by that. I don't know what he means. I don't get it because Duchesne doesn't make contact with his butt. That's not what it's with his skate, and the skates hit outside the crease. So I don't get it. Again, if it was in the crease, it is a no goal. It's goalie interference. There's no conversation. But outside the crease, it is a good goal. The Stars should have won the series there. Luckily, karma worked itself out. The Stars deserved to win that game because they scored a legitimate goal. What makes it funny to me is that they had called that play. Like, that was a play, obviously, right beforehand that they had agreed on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys, we're going to do this. And it worked perfectly. And then they call goaltender interference when it never happened. Duchesne did his job. That was his job on the play was to screen the goalie. Obviously, just make sure he couldn't see the puck. And he did that. But Georgiev went into Duchesne, initiated the contact outside the crease. Again, that is a good goal. 100 times out of 100. I don't understand.
To me, and I don't think this will happen. To me, it's like the catch and with pass interference. It's very person-based. It's not formulaic.
And situation, I'd say.
Yeah, and situation. That's kind of a better way to say it is. It's based on the person and the view of the situation of just like, okay, I view it as this. But when you're talking about offsides, the complete opposite. Okay, when the puck is, oh man, I chose a bad rule to explain. But when the player is in before the puck, you can see that and be like, all right, no, offside. And if it doesn't happen, you're like, okay, he's onside. Same thing with icing. If it crosses the two, it's easy to tell. To me, and like, no matter what ref, I think you can probably give a situation of goalie interference. You could go Duchesne, or you could go with the more 50-50 of, you talked about the Panthers and Bruins, and you take 10 refs. To me, I think each ref would have a different explanation, and I would be curious to see how they ruled on, because I don't want to forget about the Panthers Bruins one, but you said that's more 50-50. The Duchesne one, I think there still would be disagreement with refs. I think some refs would be like, no, that's goalie interference. So 9 out of 10. So to me, these are two big instances, right? With viewing. So that's why I wanted to bring it up and talk about it. To me, sometimes you just kind of fight through the refs, which the Stars had to do. And that's my view of it. But so I think we could see something like that to give more explanation, so it's not situational based. It's not based on the ref. This can be like, okay, here's the wording. Doesn't follow that. No goalie interference.
I don't know. It from all the time I played hockey, all the time I've watched hockey, that should be the Duchesne one should be a good goal. I don't really understand it, but I think we can end it there. I think my rant is done.
Okay, because I think we can also agree. You can't keep going on like this with how it is right now.
Correct? Oh, 100%. I completely agree with that because there's too much confusion.
Yep, and I think we'll end it right there. Once again, thank you all for listening. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We appreciate it. And let us know if you have a different explanation. Thank you for listening to Outsiders Opinions.